I'm Donna.
And I'm Bruce, and this is Lyrical Wisdom.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Lyrical Wisdom, where we dive into song lyrics and offer heart-based wisdom through our interpretations. If you enjoy what you're hearing, don't forget you can catch every episode of Lyrical Wisdom on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and more.
You can also find us on YouTube. Just search Lyrical Wisdom Show. Do you have a song you'd like to hear us shed some light on? You can email us requests, questions, comments to lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That's lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. Or leave a comment on a YouTube video. We'd really love to hear from you. And all requests get an episode and a shout out.
So join us every Tuesday and Friday as we dig deep and deliver our wisdom. And thank you for sharing, liking, and subscribing to Lyrical Wisdom.
Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Donna.
It is a beautiful day here in Georgia. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. I'm living another day in paradise. Thank you for asking.
Wow. I think it's paradise all around the world right now.
I do too. Yes.
You
I
know?
love that.
Yeah. It can be wherever you are. You just have to make it that way.
And it could be, it can be wherever you are or maybe wherever you may roam.
That's true. That is true. That's a beautiful, beautiful statement, Bruce. Oh, because, it made me think for a moment. I was like, oh, wow, that sounded really good. And then it's like, oh, yeah. So it's a little bit of a hint, y'all. But it's also, it reminds me of just, yes, in paradise, when you're in that moment, you do kind of just wander, you roam. It's
You do.
the word isn't as prevalent anymore. I don't think people talk about roaming, but when I was younger, it was big, wherever I
Oh,
may
yeah.
roam. Today, I'm roaming here. And it was very, it's a beautiful thought to
It
think
is.
about.
It is. I think about it sometimes as the phrase or the word that somebody roams. They don't necessarily always have one place that they stop at. Do
You
you know what I
know,
mean?
oh yeah. And my cat, Kufu, roams all the time.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can really see it, you know? He's just kind
Yeah.
of walking around, checking things out, roaming here and roaming there.
I remember we met a gentleman at Leaf and Bean when we
Okay.
used to meet before we would do, for those of you that remember when we used to do our show on the radio, and we
Yes.
used to do on our friend's radio station, and we would meet in the morning at a place in Noonan called Leaf and Bean. Little shout out for those guys out there. And I
Yeah.
remember we met a young man that was the brother of one of our friends who it feels like he literally embodies what we're talking about. And I can't remember the phrase or the words that I'm trying to think of that it describes somebody that they have a tendency to not necessarily always be in one place for very long. They do something and they go somewhere, they do some things, they have a really wonderful experience, and then they move on. And it just is that kind of way that they are. And I can't remember what that's called. If anybody else out there remembers what this is called and can help me out, I would love your comments or help with this one moment. But I do you remember that, Donna?
Vaguely. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it just reminded me of that because I just thought of that with the moment of having our beautiful peace and love and all of the beautiful paradise that we can have wherever we are, wherever we may be, and wherever we may go. It's so possible, and so
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Well, when you roam, it's the same as like rambling or wandering. Oh, the wanderer. I'm the
Yes.
wanderer. You
And
remember
I,
that?
I do. I was
I
just
don't
thinking
know the name of
also,
that song.
I don't know the name of that song either. I know Allison's gonna find it. She's gonna be like, I got you guys. But I know that it also reminds me of that bumper sticker that I've seen. Those that wander aren't always lost.
Oh, that is true.
You know,
Yes.
and so there's such a
Yes.
oh, and there's the song. No, is it Ramblin'? Well,
Rambling Man is definitely a beautiful song I know from the Allman Brothers. But
yeah,
there's one called The Wanderer too, and this one's old, I think. I'm the wanderer.
I remember
Yes,
that.
I'm the
Yeah.
wanderer.
What does he say after that? He's like a ramble, something like where that he repeats over and over again.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
This is
There's,
this is so much fun, y'all. We're having a good day today.
oh yes, we are. And I hope you all out there are too. Enjoy
Yeah,
it. And because it's
yeah,
so beautiful.
yeah.
And my love and gratitude to all of you for coming in and listening. Thank you for being here with us on Lyrical Wisdom as we ramble on about these
Yes.
things, you know.
And the one
Um,
thing I will steer back to is, hey, check out our song list. We actually have a song list available to you on Spotify where you can listen to the songs that we speak about.
yeah, it's lyrical wisdom songs. That's
Yes,
what it's called. Sorry, I almost called
on
it one of the other
Spotify.
on Spotify. I almost called it this show.
Yeah.
And lyrical wisdom songs. And we can you can listen to us talk about the songs, or you can listen to the songs themselves. It's a wonderful opportunity to kind of get both. You can have your cake and eat it too, you
Oh,
know.
yummy.
Yeah. And actually, that was it was the word around. Allison just had the Wanderer up on our screen, and
Uh-huh.
she was so wonderfully showing that. And it says, he says, let's see, I roam around, around,
And
around,
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 around.
around.
Yes, because
Yeah,
I'm a wanderer. Yeah,
there
a
it is.
wanderer. And
Thank you, Allison.
sometimes that's such a beautiful place to be because it
Oh
allows
yeah.
you to let go of everything and clear the mind. To be able to go somewhere without a destination in place, you get to do it without thinking, without saying, "Oh, I have to turn right, I have to turn left." No, just wander and enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just be, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
It can really save you from those moments on the in traffic when you're feeling like that road rage is creeping up on you, because
yeah,
what are you going to do? Are you going to
yeah,
sit there and scream at somebody that can't even hear you, or are you going to just kind of enjoy
right.
enjoy the silence, as
Are you
Depeche Mode
gonna
said?
scream at the traffic
Yeah,
that,
because
you
where
have
is
no
that?
control over?
Yeah, where is that
Yeah,
going to go? Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just yeah.
yeah, yeah.
No, I love
So,
it. And what I love is that when you mentioned that that song was old, the album that it came from was called Run Around Sue.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, look, it's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah,
Allison, you're
you're
so
aging
amazing.
us.
She just pulled it up again. Yeah.
Oh,
Dion DiMucci.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Run Around Sue. Holy cow.
I love it. Oh, yeah.
Well, we have an amazing song for you guys today. And I'm
Hmm.
really looking forward to it because it is just about everything that we've been talking about here. And I think you want to just get right into it.
Well, yeah, we're going from there to Metallica. So let's do this, Bruce.
Let's do this. Wherever I May Roam by Metallica. And the road becomes my bride. I have stripped of all but pride. So in her I do confide, and she keeps me satisfied, gives me all I need. And with dust in throat I crave, only knowledge will I save. To this game you stay a slave, rover, wanderer, nomad, vagabond. Call me what you will, but I'll take my time anywhere, free to speak my mind anywhere. I'll redefine anywhere, anywhere I may roam, anywhere where I lay my head is home, and the earth becomes my throne. I adapt to the unknown. I do. Under wandering stars, I've grown. I do. By myself, but not alone. I ask no one. And my ties are served clean. The less I have, the more I gain. Off the beaten path I reign, rover, wanderer, nomad, vagabond. Call me what you will, but I'll take my time anywhere, free to speak my mind anywhere. I'll redefine anywhere, anywhere I may roam, anywhere where I lay my head is home.
Wow, Bruce. I'm gonna speak some honesty here, okay? Because I grew up listening to country.
Mm-hmm.
I love listening to country. I had a horse when I was in high school and everything, so country music and Metallica, I never listened to Metallica because I guess just the name, heavy metal kind of, I thought heavy metal. And
Absolutely. Yeah.
oh my gosh, this song is so beautiful. I mean, it really, really is beautiful. And I can't wait to jump on our playlist and play this song so I can hear it because I'm in love with it just by these lyrics.
These lyrics are beautiful. And that
The
is something
road,
that
yeah.
my family, my brother would talk about because we both have listened to this and have listened to Metallica in our lives. And I will just be honest to say to you that I didn't always know how to appreciate some of their music like I do now. That's for sure. And
Mm,
I think that, it's something that it can be kind of distracting when you kind of hear the style of the music that they're playing or how they're trying to play or how they are expressing their art, because it's art. It's not like
mm,
it's not like opinion or something. You know what I mean? This is it's art. There's art in this, and it is art in itself. And I love the fact that you can say that, because I have felt that for a long time. There are songs that are just so much more. It's kind of, if I can just try to break it down to something quick here so I can get off the microphone. It's kind of like not judging a book by its cover, because it's
yes.
so hard for us not to judge a book by its cover. It's so hard for some people to see country music as not being something that's twangy and singing about being sad about our dog dying, or my girlfriend is gone, or left me, and some of these things. It just, there's so many kind of weird pre-thoughts that we have
Hmm.
that get in the way of what we can actually experience if we just take a
Yes.
step back and listen to that song Chicken Fried, because it is so wonderful. you know it is so wonderful. And so I say that not to get off track, but just to say I agree with you. This
Yeah.
is this is one of those moments, and I agree. I love listening to the lyrics after we started doing this show, you guys. After we started doing the show, I found a whole new love for what the lyrics say, because I was the kind of person that would listen to the music and I would get totally absorbed by what the music sounded like to me, instead of paying attention to what the words said. And
Yeah.
so now I've completely had a complete change of perspective. And so this has been a beautiful journey for me, but I agree with you. So
Right. Yeah. I am so excited, Bruce. So excited to do this song.
well, the road becomes my bride. I have stripped of all but pride. And I love that, because we were just talking about this and it actually gave me the words that I was looking for. And so I love that, because it just sets us up to feel like there is something about being a wanderer, a rover, a nomad, a vagabond. There's
Mm-hmm.
something about that feeling of being on the road for some people that it is a beautiful relationship that they have with the road. And I have stripped of all but pride. And I feel like that is saying, okay, you know what? I'm committed to this. I'm proud of what I'm doing because this is me. This is, I am this. And that is what I love about this. So
Yeah.
in her, I do confide, and she keeps me satisfied, gives me all I need. I love that because it is
Yeah.
just this acknowledgement and this commitment and this just beautiful surrender to what is the truth for this, for whoever is writing this or describing this. I think it's so beautiful.
And the beautifulness for me is the way that the road becomes a partner,
A human.
a human, right? And if one can treat a human like Metallica is speaking to the road, a bride, and I am so proud of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And the way you can just feel the connectedness of
Yes,
the two and the love, the deep, deep, unconditional love is what I'm calling it. I
yes,
confide in her. She keeps me satisfied, gives me all I need.
yes.
It's like it's such a beautiful relationship.
It is.
And
It is a beautiful.
right, if being able to do that in life with
Yes.
real people is wow.
The gift.
With
Yeah.
dust in my throat, I
Yes.
crave
Yes.
only knowing knowledge will I save. To this game you stay a slave. I had to giggle, Bruce. How many times have we talked about life being a game, the game
Yes.
of life? And
Yes.
Metallica spoke about it way back then.
Yeah, no, they really, because one of the
Yeah.
things that I love about this is I had a conversation with a friend because in a previous life, I'm going to say, in a past career, I used to do something that I didn't enjoy, but I did truly enjoy it. I didn't like a part of it, but I did it because I loved the process. And that's
Yeah.
what I feel like this is speaking to. And with dust in throat, I crave.
Yeah.
That is such a moment where you think about it, you're like, well, I don't want dust in my throat. But you know what? To be
Mm,
in love with this process is to enjoy the things that come along that aren't always the most enjoyable about it.
right.
And that is that beautiful commitment, that beautiful surrender to this thing that you love, and you know that you're going to love it and you're going to confide in it. It's going to keep you satisfied. It's going to give you all you need. And knowledge is going to be that beautiful gift that you can take from that and save it. And then you can look at, if you want to, I don't necessarily feel this necessarily, but it is a beautiful comment because we do believe that this is a game in a lot of ways. And in some ways, that is another side that we can surrender to. We could surrender to this game and stay a slave to the game.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think that a lot of us, and I believe that many of us out there listening, we don't necessarily want to surrender to that game. We want to be, honestly, I would say that beautiful moment of being a slave to what we love, being a slave to this bride and the pride that we get from being a part of that and confiding in that and being satisfied by that and getting all we need from that, being the rover, the wanderer, the nomad, the vagabond. Call me what you will, because
Yeah.
the names are just going to slide off of me like water on a duck. I'm just going to be enjoying this with dust in my throat.
And yeah, that one line, and with dust in throat, I crave.
Yes.
It's, in other words, even though that harshness in
Yeah.
life, the harshness, because dust in your throat's not pleasant, but
No.
yet you
Yeah.
crave it.
Yes.
In other words, I want that, that little bit of discourse to keep
Yes.
me on my toes,
Yes.
to keep me moving forward, to keep me growing and learning and gaining knowledge, you
Yes.
know?
It's
Yeah.
the acknowledgement that the setbacks or the discomfort are actually what we crave, because
Yeah.
that is a part of the process. And
Yes.
if we couldn't appreciate that part of the process, then we really wouldn't be doing that. That wouldn't be something that we would be doing. It couldn't be. And so I think that's such a beautiful, beautiful statement to that, because
Mm-hmm.
in many ways we look at work and we think work is work because that's what it is. It's work. But there are some jobs that people love. They love that process. They love those things. And in this case, he's in love with being a rover, the wanderer, the nomad, the vagabond,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and that is a part of, whatever that brings. If, if they can't see it as something that they enjoy, they're definitely looking at things and changing the way they look at those things because they love that process.
Right.
And
Right.
and it's beautiful because it says, "But I'll take my time anywhere."
Yes,
I
I'm
love that.
free to speak my mind anywhere. Never mind anywhere. Anywhere I may roam, where I lay my head is home.
Yes,
I love that.
I do too.
Never
Because he's
mind anywhere. I mean, it's like, yeah, free to speak my mind anywhere. I love the way he just really goes into, I'll redefine anywhere.
yes, yeah.
You
Because
know,
anywhere, yeah. I mean,
because anywhere is just wide open, right?
it is, and it can't have four walls to it. It has to
Right.
have, or eight walls or whatever, or whatever it can be. It's just, it's got to be. It definitely has to be redefined if we really want to open our mind like that. I think, and
Mm-hmm.
I love that, because then he says, "Anywhere I may roam, anywhere where I lay my head is home." And home is where the heart is. Home is where you hang your hat. Like there's so many different, cliches or phrases that say that, but this is
Yeah.
truly heartfelt,
Right.
because I'll take my time anywhere. That part, I love that, because I feel that what is being spoken or said in the song is that time is not meaningless, but it is
Right.
definitely something that it's, I feel like it's less important in these lyrics than most of us think of time as. And the reason why I say that is because by saying, "But I'll take my time anywhere," like
Yeah.
at that point, taking the time isn't taking time, it's just being. And then, that is an acknowledgement of time as a human construct. It doesn't really exist, is in the way that we see it. It's just, it's such a beautiful statement to that, I think, in such a subtle way.
Right. And then he, like, when you understand that, when you get it, then
Yeah.
the earth becomes my throne.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
adapt to the unknown. I do.
I do. Yeah.
Under wandering stars, I've grown. I do. By
Yeah.
myself, but not alone. I ask no one. I mean, that is so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's it's where I lay my head because
Yeah.
when the earth becomes my throne, that to me is such a powerful statement in that I understand that I create my reality.
Yes.
You know,
Yes. Yeah.
it's almost the feeling of being a king or a
Yes. And
queen.
yeah, being in complete control of our own reality
Yes.
and knowing that we
Yes.
create it. And, it's funny because I got this vision of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., where
Oh.
Abraham Lincoln is sitting, and it almost
Hmm.
appears like he's sitting in a throne. But the reality is that I think that that's a statement that you can put any of us there. And that is
Yes.
exactly what we are doing here. We are all so in control of what, um, Metallica is saying here. The earth becomes our throne. We adapt, all of us, we adapt to the unknown, and we're under wandering stars because they are constantly moving,
Yeah.
and and no, by myself, but not alone. It's just that we don't really, we don't always ask somebody, but in this case, the rover, the wanderer, the nomad, the vagabond, that's a desire, a love of being not necessarily alone, but not asking others for whatever it might be,
Direction.
Yeah, yeah. Or direction, or,
Yeah.
opinion or advice, anything.
Right,
It's just,
right.
there's that beautiful acknowledgement that they are on their own. And my ties are served clean. The less I have, the more I gain.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Such beautiful simplicity,
Let go.
Yes,
We've
yes.
been hearing those words a lot lately, just let
Yeah.
go.
Just let go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And release the
The ties
expectations.
that bind. And
Yes,
that,
yes,
you hear that often. And I never really understood it until now, Bruce, because as you let go of those ties, Metallica says, my ties are served clean. In other words,
yes.
I'm done. I've
Yeah,
finished with them. They're
yes,
served, they're clean, they're washed, anyway, the ties that bind. And when
yes,
you don't clean those ties, when you don't let go, the less I have, the more I gain, they do bind you. I mean,
yes, they do.
you get heavy and you get, you worry. You worry about this, that, and the other, with all those different ties you have connected to you. So just let go.
Yes,
You're
it's
done.
what some people consider baggage, and
Yes.
carrying that baggage with them and carrying those memories. And because none of us want to be um, bound
Mm-hmm.
to this kind of idea or philosophy that we are our 12-year-old or 15-year-old, or for me, I can even say my 21-year-old self. I am a whole different human being since then. And
Yeah.
so, there is no way that I could be that person from my past, because now I'm a totally new, different, exciting human being. My ties are served clean at this
Yeah.
point. And the only way that I would be held to being that thing from the past would be if I just couldn't let go of it. And I was just hanging on to that baggage. And the less I have, the more I gain, of course. And then it goes on to say, off the beaten path, I reign. And I love that, because that's the road less traveled. That's, the path that we choose, that, maybe it's off the beaten path. I mean, that's a beautiful, beautiful statement there.
That is exactly what the Wanderer is. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, yeah. Off the beaten path, I reign. So this is a beautiful choice of word here. I know it just rhymes with gain, but it goes back to the earth being my throne.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I reign when I'm not on the road that everybody else is on.
Yes.
I get to be in charge of me, in charge of
Yes.
my life. I reign off the beaten path.
Yes. And I'm in control
Right.
of, not, I don't know if I like the word control as much, but I will say that it's enabling. I feel like the song is saying, hey, you have the ability to create your
Yes.
reality. And
Yes.
you can be the rover, the wanderer, the nomad, the vagabond, even if you're not out on the road with dust in your throat,
Yeah.
even if you are just dreaming at home and listening to us talk,
Yeah.
you can be that rover, wanderer, nomad, vagabond, and call you what you will. Call it, anybody could call us what they want. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Sticks and stones, it's just, we can be that. We can be off the beaten path and reign and create this beautiful reality, because we can take our time anywhere,
Mm.
you
Free
know?
to speak our mind anywhere.
Yeah. Free
Never
to read.
mind anywhere.
Yeah.
And then and this is where it says, yeah, free to speak my mind anywhere, never mind anywhere. I'll redefine
Redefine.
anywhere.
Yeah,
It's like, wow, I love that.
I do too.
So there's
Any,
actually a little more when you, there's other, I guess, anyway, thank you, Allison. When you look deeper into the lyrics, there's a lot of repetition where they repeat, I'll take my time anywhere, free to speak my mind anywhere, never mind anywhere, anywhere I may roam, where I lay my head is home, carved upon my stone, my body lie, but still I roam.
wow, yes, I
That
remember those
was
lyrics.
a powerful lyric in that you don't die.
Yes,
I mean it's like hello, even Metallica says it, that our spirit lives forever.
yes,
So yes, your name may be carved upon a stone and your physical body in the ground, but yet you still roam. I
yes, you
still
do.
roam wherever I may roam, wherever
Absolutely.
I may roam, wherever I may roam, wherever I may wander, wherever I may roam. So beautiful. It's saying that live life with
Yeah.
earth as your throne and reign on your path. Reighn.
Yes, yes, yes.
Not the physical rain, but yeah, it's anywhere I may roam, where I lay my head is home.
Beautiful.
I've known that for a long time, Bruce. I remember looking for, how many of you out there have gone house hunting? I mean, almost, there's a lot of us when we're looking for our forever home. I remember that. And I remember just thinking, it doesn't really matter because wherever I am, wherever I place my heart, I know will be home. I
Absolutely.
can make it home. So,
Yeah.
like you talk about paradise, Bruce.
Yeah.
That's the same
Yes.
thing to me. Home is paradise for
Yes.
me.
Wherever our heart is and wherever we are, it
Yes.
is. I was
Yes.
just reading what Allison had pulled up there for us. Thank you, Allison, about roaming. And one of the things that I was thinking is that when they used to do Star Trek movies that were, I think, they were began after the TV show. And I remember that in some of the shows or in some of the movies, they used to say, you know, where to? Where are we going to go next? And they would look out into the space and
Yeah.
just be like, let's go somewhere out there.
Yeah.
Let's just
Star
go,
Trek.
and I think that in a way, that's very, very kind of indicative of how a lot of us have really known the world that we are in because Lewis and Clark had to figure out where they were going to go. And that was roaming. They were,
Mm-hmm.
they were trying to figure out where they were going. And you could say that they were wandering aimlessly,
Yeah.
move about or travel aimlessly or unsystematically, especially over a wide area. That's the
Yeah.
definition. Thank you, Allison. Yeah, and that is it. It really gives us I think it gives us a wonderful perspective on this song and the way that, the aimlessness of it, it is,
Mm-hmm.
we can kind of, I think that's why he's saying redefine anywhere, and all these things, because there isn't necessarily a lack of an idea because the idea is there, but there is definitely an appreciation for the unknown that is coming, that you're
Yeah.
walking into, that you're roaming into.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think that is such a beautiful part of it because the unknown is one of the biggest fears people have.
But you know what, Bruce? There's a way to overcome that fear.
Yes, there
I,
is.
I had to giggle because the other definition of Rome is um, when you use a mobile phone You can
Yes,
roam with
you
your
can.
phone.
I
In
love
other
that.
words, you
Yeah.
can still be in contact even when you're abroad, when you're
Yes, yes.
away from your home. You can still be home on Rome.
And what do they say? When in Rome? Ha ha
Yeah. But yeah, what a fun day. I mean, wherever I may roam. And you know what? The beauty about it is it all of this still brings us home
Yes, it
because
does.
we know that wherever wherever you are, anywhere, wherever I lay my head is home.
Absolutely. And it is beautiful where you are.
Yeah.
Wherever you are exactly where you should be.
Yes, yes. And I
Ah,
am so happy that you all chose to be here now with us today. That's beautiful.
that is beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And I hope you enjoy your roaming around today. Take a moment
Yes.
and just be in Rome
Absolutely.
and Rome. Sounded like in Rome. I wouldn't mind going to Rome and roam around.
No, yeah, I'm going to say it
Yeah.
again. When in Rome. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I had fun today,
Me
and
too.
I would love some listener wisdom about
Absolutely.
a time in your life where you were roaming and discovered something. Share with us.
Yes.
Share with us
Absolutely.
a beautiful moment or a beautiful something discovery you had while you were roaming. Wouldn't that be fun?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah. Remember, you can always leave a comment on YouTube. The channel is Lyrical Wisdom Show. Just type in Lyrical Wisdom Show into YouTube and you'll find us there. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you found while you were roaming. Or you can always send us an email. Right, Bruce?
Absolutely. Lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That's
Yes.
lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. I had to remember that because I haven't said it in a while.
I know, me neither, but I think our wonderful tech guru has it attached to these episodes. So, yeah,
Thank
reach out
goodness.
and share.
Thank goodness. Yes.
Share some wisdom with us. We love
Yes,
you.
please.
Yes.
We do.
Thank you so much for being with us here today on
Lyrical
Wisdom.